as your one and only caster, with Dino as my cameraman and streamer, and we are here to see Squad and Team Synergy duke it out in a best of two. So first off, straight off the bat, Drow ban into Kunkka ban. Now, Kunkka doesn't get banned too often. We see a Riki every now and then. Kunkka has been picked up a lot. Same with Drow. People are very afraid of her. Squad will start with a Mirana pickup, leaving a lot of heroes for Team Synergy that are in the meta to be picked up. Team Synergy did ban out Oracle. Oracle is very strong. They probably don't have a player to use it if they're banning it out in the first phase with a second pick, or they're just really looking for a very big combo like Vasos Void and possibly a ET. And if they pick up the ET here and Squad still wants to go with meta heroes, they could pick up a Shadow Demon, but they throw a wrench into that plan and they pick up a Keeper of the Light. Keeper of the Light, very strong support, very good at mana leaking, very good at blasting people away, and overall, very strong zoning support.
5 seconds.
But this does leave a lot of options for squids to pick up. They know that the Coddle will be a support, so they can go a hero that's not necessarily very mana dependent. And they go with a Shadow Demon for very easy disruption into arrow combination. Very easy and very strong. Both of these heroes are very effective against Void. Moran can just arrow him while he's whacking away. Shadow Demon can either disrupt Void himself or his teammate. And Team Synergy, they ban out the Luna. Luna's fairly strong against Void. She can pop her ultimate from outside or before Chrono gets off, but she doesn't have the attack range to really hit into Chrono. And with this, Squides, they have some options. They ban out the Clinks, worried about a lot of physical damage and a lot of pushing. Overall, seem to be worried about Team Synergy getting an early lead and just deathballing straight down. What I would like to see is either an Elder Titan banned by Team Synergy or a pickup. He is both very strong with and against Void, and very strong with a Shadow Demon. And against a Shadow Demon, in fact. But they ban out Axe, leading them to many heroes that could lead to. Possibly like a Husker, a Dazzle, and there's many heroes out there that Axe is strong against that Squides cannot ban every one of them since they only have one left. If I was them, I want to be the most careful. I would go with a Dazzle ban. He is definitely stronger than just a solo Husker. A solo Husker can be easily taken care of by a very high damage nuking via physical or peer. But they seem to be using up their reserve time. And they go with an Ember ban, actually. Very interesting. They don't want the enemy to have or to counter what they seem to be going for with that ban, which would be illusions. That was a very messed up way with that. They seem to want to be going for illusions and are preemptively banning the Ember. And, well, it's a Team Synergy instead pick up the Witch Doctor, leaving the Dazzle in the pool. And Dazzle is actually very, very strong with a Shadow Demon. You disrupt them, you stand point blank, and you healing bomb them with the Dazzle's effective will kill many off laner. They go with their Slaughter, probably the offlaner, and this can actually lead into Dazzle very well. It's just some more minus armor that will make his E more effective. That will make Dazzle as a whole more effective. Sarder is just really strong. Keeper of the Light is also really strong against him with his mana leak and with his blinding light.
5 seconds remaining.
Team Synergy picks up the OD, fairly weak against Slaughter and Marana. Slaughter can put his amplified damage on OD, and OD will take tons of damage. OD has very little armor. He doesn't build much agility. He doesn't build armor items other than a possible AC or possible Shivas. So a Shivas would most definitely be very good for him. It'll give him AoE to clear out Shadow Demon illusions. It will slow down Slaughter's pretty slow attack speed. Slaughter is a strength carry, and will give him armor to counteract that amplify. But overall, very interesting pick. They can just hit him when he comes out of his astral. Very scary thing he has to consider. He could astral himself and then just set himself up for a 5-second arrow. That will be devastating if they get it off. Squide seem to be thinking about this. They could go either another hero to abuse the OD very strong. You should probably aim for a BKB carry, but instead they go with Nyx. Nyx has very good against his team, 2 very squishy supports, the Coddle and the Witch Doctor, for him to instantly kill, 3 int-based heroes for him to mana burn, and Spy Carapace works wonders against all 3 of the heroes too. It will stop Witch Doctor's channeling if he does it after Death Ward comes out. It can hit Coddle with his own Illuminate, and that's a 500 damage Illuminate. And it can hit OD for either auto attack or Sandy's Eclipse, which is also a lot of damage. Team Synergy, seeing that the Squides are very strong on physical damage and could use a little bit more, they ban out the PA since she is a natural BKB carrier and could get through all 3 of their int heroes. Only weak against Void so far, and she can easily take care of a Void. The Squides here, I think they need to ban out... What should they ban out? I would go with a Jug if they don't plan on picking it themselves. Jug is just overall pretty strong against all these heroes. If he gets ganked, he can spin. He can get away pretty easily. The only thing he really has to worry about is Slaughter's ultimate and Slaughter bashing him. And if he plays very carefully, he can easily be Slaughter in lane. They ban Ursa, who is pretty strong against Jug. No, Jug wants to man up. Ursa wants to man up even more. So we'll see what they go for. And they go with a Lifestealer. Natural BKB carrier in the fact that he has a BKB built in. And Team Synergy will counter with the Juggernaut. Very strong against Lifestealer, very strong against Squide's team. And Lifestealer is weak in the fact that he can get chronoed easily. And if he does initiate on the OD, OD can Sandy Eclipse himself. So with that, we're going to look towards Radiant, since they all loaded in. Look towards their players. So Radiant, they have Teman Shud on Outworld Devour, Atla Cattle on Coddle of the Light, Corexican on the Juggernaut, Loxley 444 on the Witch Doctor, and Jackorax on the Void. For Dire, they have a level 8 Koala playing a level 1 Lifestealer, Ouija on a Shadow Demon, Phantomnums on the Slardar, and it's me, a Luigi on the Marana, and one single person named Godo, MIA, on the OD. No, not the OD, on the... Oh god, who did they pick? Man, it's like this only happened 30 seconds ago. I can't even remember who they picked already. Sorry, I'm laying everyone down in this one precise moment, and my whole life has led up to it. But Goto gets back in. We'll see who he picked in a second. And it is... It's... Come on, pick it. Choose it. Oh... It's not that. Oh, yeah, it was the Knicks. The Knicks, maybe. Depends how they want to run this. But it will probably be a support Nyx. He grabs a lot of regen, actually. Will be an offlane Nyx? No, it will be a very greedy support Nyx. That's a Shadow Demon. I'm sorry, but you're buying everything this game. So overall, in combinations, Nyx can get Nikes, aka Lifestealer, run around Invis. They can be little ulti brothers. Gank people pretty easily. Gank the Witch Doctor, gank the Coddle. That's about it. They could try for the Juggernaut. It'd be a very hard kill, but if Lifestealer gets an early either Armlet, Deso, or Basher, one of those three items, Juggernaut could fall very easily, especially if the Nyx Assassin is faster than the Juggernaut with his combo. He could hit him with his ulti and then instantly stun out of it, or he could play it safer and just stun straight out and hope Lifestealer has enough damage to kill him. With that, we're gonna have pretty standard lanes.
The battle begins.
No. 1 mid, 3 bot. Witch Doctor starts strolling down there. Void will be top. Void, I think overall will have the better laning, since he is going against a Nyx and Shadow Demon. The most they can do is disrupt into a stun. He won't be able to purge that damage once a stun hits level 2. He might. Cast animation. With the cast animation, the backtrack will not take off the damage of the level 2 stun. So, Nyx and they're already going on him. Nyx misses a stun completely. And Void jumps over the trees. Kill well not gone. OD, over in the mid lane, very greedy. Takes a Null Talisman, 1 Fairy Fire. Doesn't get any tangos from his supports. He's going straight for that bottle. Radiant supports. They're trying to stack. And it's not blocked, actually. Sword is just right outside of it. Coddle gets a little bit of harass onto the Sarder. Sarder just slithers towards him. Coddle goes to blasting the lane. Takes 2 of the last hits from the Jug. I'll imagine this Jug isn't too terribly happy about that, but it will give this Coddle early boots, so that's somewhat worth it. Witch Doctor will pull the wave. It's not much Slaughter can do about this against a Coddle. Coddle will just right click him down. Jug very far up. He's just going to get right click down. Should probably invest in a PMS considering the 2 supports he's up against. He will have 6, maybe 7 armor afterwards and will reduce every auto attack by 20. Pretty worth it. Will about halve these supports damage. It'll allow you to trade with them very well. He actually walks straight up towards these supports, starts smacking them around. The supports try to time the combo again, miss it. Oh, and I missed first blood on the Sarder. Sarder just gets cast up and spun on. Pretty simple kill. Level 2 spin does quite a bit of damage. And not much really happening there. OD's maxing his W, putting on Mirana. Every time it's off cooldown, he's probably just going to hit her with. Mirana misses the harassment arrow, but gets a lot on him anyways with the level 2Q. And this is a lane that OD should be able to win. He's just going to auto-attack the creeps down and then Astral one of them to kill everything. Top lane, they land their combo. but Nyx's stun is not level 2 yet. He just backtracks off all the damage. Seemingly nothing happened. Cost him 40 mana for their 150, almost 200 mana. Actually, over 200 mana. Shadow Demon will pop a clarity for that. The only way they really have a hope of killing this Faceless Void is when Nyx hits level 3. And then they will have to get a lot of Shadow Poison stacks on him. Probably about 4 or 5 of a level 2 or level 3 one. That'll ensure a pretty good kill. Shadow Demon gets clapped by the big hulking tomato. Loses his clarity for it. And Dire Wave will push back out at top, having killed that side camp. Meanwhile, bot lane, Jug's getting pretty much free farm, so is OD. Putting Jug second and third in last hits. Mirana falling a little bit behind OD. OD does have the slightly better damage, nothing to really write home about. While top, Lifestealer will use his open wounds on Void, hit him once, Void will jump away. Not much of value really done there. Lifestealer will pick up the phase boots, giving him a very, very strong presence against Void. And meanwhile, mid lane, they'll come and gank it. They'll hit him with the thing. Nyx will pump his stun. Coddle will blast the whole enemy team. Will Coddle run up the hill to get this? Maybe not. He will just send out another blast, hope for the best. Overall, pretty easy kill on the OD. Nyx was good with holding that stun. Let them get the kill. Top lane, Void and Nyx will smack each other about. Lifestealer will pop the salve. Void will stand under tower. Void is now completely out of regen, bringing himself out a salve. He has an Iron Talon and a Poor Man's Shield now, though. Giving him a very easy time to last hit, but this Lifestealer, he has phase. He doesn't care. I'll just deny every creep he wants to. Meanwhile, Jug already has Perseverance, no boots, no need. There's no one even in mid. No one even at bot. Shadow Demon will start strolling his way down there, probably looking to soak some XP, maybe throw down a ward. And Nyx will guard the bottom room. Oh, he will pick it up, fearful of someone else coming for it. Thinks about heading bottom. And overall, it looks like he will. Starter, meanwhile, in the jungle, hitting some creeps. Has an Iron Talon, he has the Tranquil Boots. Be pretty easy overall. Only issue is that he has to wait for his Tranquil Boots to heal him up before he can go back to hitting creeps. Pretty ineffective for farm, but there's not much he can do about it considering bot lane. Now Shadow Demon, he walks all the way to the tier 2, seeing Jug push it up, missing a lot of XP. They'll blast the wave for Radiant. Shadow Demon gets a little wise, he starts throwing out his E's, maybe looking for a kill. Jug will decide to spin off that Shadow Poison stacks, get to safety. Meanwhile, Mirana starts rotating bot. She does not have her ulti yet, so she'll have to land a good arrow. But is against Jug, he doesn't move around that much, but she misses it. Threads the needle between the two heroes. And decides to overall stay there. Maybe hope for another arrow. At top lane, level 8 Koala as a level 7 Lifestealer. And Jackalrax as a level 6 Void. Jackalrax will head over to the jungle perhaps, hit it up a little bit. He will go for the stack, I believe. No, he'll pull it away so he takes less right clicks from it while he's killing it. Rune's about to spawn. Mirana's already on the bottom one. OD might go for the top after he gets his last hit. Yeah, we'll go for it. We'll pick up the bounty.
is under attack.
Mirana snags a regen, very strong on her, allows her to use all her spells and then regen to full. Mirana throws out a Seeking Arrow, and OD carefully sidesteps it. Thinks that there's a ward on his side, but the ward is actually on Mirana's. Now, Lifestealer having a very nice lane, sitting at 52 last hits, 24 denies. Jug 50 last behind the Lifestealer. Misses the last hit on the tower, not a big deal, just helps. Mid lane though, they go, I'm actually not sure on who that was. Maybe Mirana landed an arrow on OD, got him really low. OD pops his ultimate, does nothing to a Mirana really. Actually, it might have done something to her, taking out some health, but she had a regen in her pocket. She doesn't care that much. Mirana sitting on Ring of Aquila, Boots of Speed. Barely doesn't get hit by the Illuminate. Would have been quite a bit of damage for her to take. And they look like they want to keep this OD nice and safe. OD overall beating the Mirana farm. Mirana shooting arrows, hitting creeps. Getting some easy last hits. She doesn't hit her, and that's if she doesn't hit a hero. If she hits a hero there, OD would have died, most definitely. But speaking of OD, him and his two supporters are rotating top for this Lifestealer. Now, overall, this will be a pretty hard kill. Lifestealer can just infest a creep. He can rage and TP. There's many ways for him to escape this, but I'm thinking Void will lead with his Chrono, which he will. OD will come from the side, smack him up, and Lifestealer will get into a creep and instantly pop out. Mirana will come in. She's not afraid of a little fight. She gets 2 kills. Lifestealer turns around. He's ready to fight some more. And Void's jump will be up in a second, and Lifestealer gets a hit off before. Caudal Illuminate Blast to no avail. Cannot scare them off, cannot kill them. Well, way too healthy for that. Slaughter, meanwhile, in the jungle, he picks up Helm of Iron Will, going for a first item armlet. Or he's looking for that in-jungle sustain. Jug rotates to mid to start pushing it out since he already got that bot tower. Almost to his Battle Fury, about 239 away. Meanwhile, OD is just smacking away at these catapult. And they go for the arrow. Lifestealer runs out. Maybe a little too preemptive. Ron might want to wait a little bit. Lifestealer has his armlet. Very strong on him. Will allow him to kill very quickly. TP's to basing. He has no mana. Picks up another TP scroll. Dire actually have the raindrop off cooldown. They should consider picking up on someone. Very strong item. Will block a lot of damage from Radiant. All of their heroes can do some magic damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Overall, Radiant pushing down Dire's tier 1. And item-wise, Jug should be approaching his Battle Fury. He has it. It's coming out to him. That'll make his pushing very scary, but Jug also has no boots. And I don't think he'll actually need them. Dire seems to not be worried about him too much. He seems to be more worried about this OD. Jug will get fast Battle Fury because of it. He'll rotate into the jungle, I believe. Hit some creeps. Nope, he's going towards bot lane, more like it. No jungle camps on the way there. Nope. Sees the mud golems. Crazy kill. Mirana lands a nice 5-second arrow. They'll walk in. Ooh, but Shadow Demon disrupts him during it. Doesn't matter. They'll just hit him with the impel when he comes out. Easy kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Top lane, Lifestealer just smacks up the Void a little bit. Not much Void can do about that. Can't backtrack every hit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Slaughter is sitting at 770 gold. Part of his Armlet is bought, but he might want to consider going Blink before that. Overall, it will help his team a lot more if he can Blink, Slithering Crush, and then get his Amplify off. Especially considering they have a Life Stealer on their team and a Nyx. They have very strong roaming potential, even a Mirana. Mirana jumps into the middle of them, uses her Starfall from the wave. No one wants to fight with that. Life Stealer just farming away, going for his Echo Saber next. Jug picks up some brown boots. Spins off the amplified damage as Slaughter approaches, worried that he might try to crush him and bash him up. Overall, I don't think Jug should have been too worried about that. Should have killed the creeps and then ultied onto him. But there is this 4-man rotation coming, but Blade Fury will be up by then, but he gets wise. He walks away due to that ward. That times out in 1 second. Jug sells something, maybe a Tango, buys a TP, TP's top with this Blade of Attack going into Phase Boots. Life Stealer ulties into Nyx, roaming around looking for this top, but they don't know it's for yet. Coddle was out of vision, OD is invis. He sees Life Stealer sees a Coddle, Nyx misses it. And they get behind this OD. Chrono couldn't help him. Chrono actually traps the Jug and this Harder. Maybe the Shadow Demon too, wasn't too sure about that. And Dire, they turn around this fight pretty well. They rotate everyone in. They had a task force from the bot coming down. Void, once again, holds his time lock a little too long, gets killed for it. Amplify damage, very strong. Amplifies damage, pretty straightforward. Dies to right clicks. Overall, we're seeing a 3k XP lead in the hands of Dire. And just barely over 1.5k, nearing a 2k gold lead. Not too major. Life Stealer is hitting his Echo Saber very soon. Has enough money for it to come out. Nyx Assassin Carapace is the Illuminate. Just a little harassment going back. But Coddle does have the Tranquil Boots, it doesn't matter. Life Stealer will go back to base, get some mana. You should consider ulting into this Mirana and having her TP out and then pounce on someone. But he'll walk back to lane, towards the Shadow Demon, Nyx Assassin, TPing bot. Probably ready for a gank. Eats one of his mangoes. Life Stealer jumps in him. And where will they look to kill? They will look to kill right there. Life Stealer says, hey, we're going through their jungle. We're going to find one of them. Their ultimate goal is probably Jug, seeing that he isn't on any of the lanes. Knowing that he'll be in the jungle because of that. They see him. And they get him before his spin gets off. Simple kill. Dies very quickly. Armlet Echo, lots of burst damage. Jug just a little bit slow on his spin. Maybe not slow. Could have just came out first. Slaughter, 100 gold away from his blink. But Void is in the neighborhood, and Void could try to go for a kill on this. It'd be very close. Slaughter now has enough gold for his blink. Buys that base, flies out to him. His team will take out bottom lane. Mirana, 500 gold away from Raghanim's, and this is where they're going to hit a huge power spike. They're already playing this perfectly with their Life Stealer and their Nyx roaming around killing cores. In fact, first time they killed OD, this time they killed Jug, and they will Chrono for the Slithering Guardian Slaughter. Kill him up with a haste on OD. But he already got his Blink Dagger. It doesn't matter too much if he dies now. Throws out a scouting arrow. Kills a creep with it. I guess it was a farming arrow, technically then. And they pinged at Roshan like they were thinking about it. Maybe they will once Slaughter's back up. with his amplified damage, Roshan will be a very easy kill. Now, Orange draws a line, maybe either saying he wants to ward there, or saying they might be Roshaning. Caudle sees the Lifestealer illusion walking towards him, but he doesn't know that's illusion, maybe. Overall, Caudle runs very far away. He has a mech, he has Shrinkle boots. He can be very devastating in team fights, but he does not have Spirit Storm or Spirit Form. Not having Spirit Form makes it so he doesn't have Blinding Light. Blinding Light is an 80% miss chance. If he can land that on the Lifestealer after the rage is down, that is huge. Pop Roshan's Lincolns, they de-armor him up. Roshan sitting at -1 armor, 1.5 negative armor. Taking extra damage, Lifestealer dropping a little low. He's gonna have to use the open wounds maybe on a creep, maybe just a creep. Takes the Aegis. He'll walk out of the pit with his armor up. I'm very scared about someone just popping out of nowhere and killing him. He will open wounds a creep, kill it, get some XP. Nyx will walk up on the Caudle during his invis, instantly kill him. Very strong. And a very strong pick, especially since it was also on support. The support Nyx has been part of 5 kills, he's had 0 deaths. And he's just a roaming killer. Meanwhile, we have Lifestealer actually topping the net worth due to his kills and his farm. While Jug is second place, mostly been farming with his Battle Fury, his Phase Boots, 2k in the stash. He might be going for a Blink, but I think he needs a different item, maybe a Yasha to help increase his farm rate. His creep, but decides not to. Picks up the Yasha. Void almost to... Just like that, they blow up the Caudle. Just in a millisecond. Void sitting on a Glove of Haste and a Morbid Mask. Could be going Maelstrom, could be going Vlad's, could be going for Midas even. Jug brings out the Yasha. I go for the Courier Assist right next to him, delivering those TPs to Void. But hey, Sauter has Nyx inside of him. And any second now, he could just blink, crush, and Nyx and Lifestealer would just instantly kill them. But Radiant sees that this push is going on. They decide to go top, counter push. Dire gets a tier 1. Scares Radiant off of their tier 2. Ron lands a very nice arrow. No way Void will live through that. OD TP's out. Seeing that this is not the life he wants to live. OD very close to his Hurricane Pike. Just 70 gold off of it. That'll make him... Or... No, wait. There's a recipe, isn't there? Well, a little bit more than 500. Just 300 gold off. Or... 50 gold. He's just 300 gold off of it now. This will make him pretty hard to kill once, or if Lifestealer cannot kill him during his rage open wounds, and that's very possible. Once OD gets open wounds, he can just astral himself. Once he gets out of astral, Lifestealer will be out of rage. Hurricane pikes him away, hits him thrice, drops his ultimate. Lifestealer gets a little tired of sitting around and side of Slaughter, gets out, hits his tower. TP's mid to stop their push. While there's no one else here yet. Slaughter TPing in, Lifestealer could hop right back in him, and he will. Slaughter's TP takes a little too long though. He will have to sprint and blink to catch anyone, and he does sprint, but will he go? He will go. He has a wicked 3-man crush into a 3-man impale into a 3-man wipe. Simple, clean, pick off Dota right there. OD now has his Dragon Lance not too far off of his Hurricane Pike, just 200 gold. That'll help him a bit. Will help his positioning a bit. Sartor blinks to dodge the auto attack from the tower, brings out his armlet himself, and with that he will become a very scary right clicker. Lifestealer open wounds the Void ahead, or blink ahead, crush the Void. They will instantly kill him with all that amplified damage, all their physical. Witch Doctor will... Oh my goodness, Jug just blows up from the ultimate from Shadow Demon. Witch Doctor just drops his ultimate, tries to help his team, dies for it instead. Just a bunch of pickoffs happening, not going in all at once. They're going in one by one, getting caught out. And that's a mistake that's going to cost them a lot. Sartor not too quick on his crush this time, misses both of the heroes. Shadow Demon though, saves the Sartor from a little bit more damage. Sartor can just slither away. Aegis did get taken during that. Roshan wants it back. Lifestealer's at full HP. And they start looking bottom lane. Now, hopefully they realize that this Aegis is down. Hopefully they don't overextend. But Lifestealer will start hitting his creeps, start getting this push set up. While Radiant, they put some wards down to help see where the enemy's going. Deward Dire. Dire will get wise. They'll go back. Fight this fight another day. So, let's see. Jug's getting close to his Manta. OD has his Hurricane Pike. Caudle has his Mech and Tranquil Boots still. Faceless Void sitting at almost 2k. Probably going for the Blink then. He has enough to buy the Mithril Hammer if he was going for Maelstrom. That's enough for the rest of the Vlads. So this will be a Blink Void, and that's exactly what they need. They need Void to get Blink off, hit at least 3 people. Hopefully the Marana and... well, everyone on the Squide squad has a pretty good way of interrupting Chrono. Except for Lifestealer, he's the only one. Sartor, if he doesn't get caught, he can try to just go on the back line. And if Sartor doesn't get caught, Lifestealer probably won't get caught since he has been in most of the game. So Void has to be really careful with this Chrono. Lifestealer will find the Nyx. They draw a line where this OD is, but OD is under an Observer and a Sentry. Nyx will actually blink in. Marana will leap in, lose all her mana because of it, blink out before they can hit her though. Overall, no one loses their life, nothing bad happens. They decide that they're going to start pushing out bottom. Roshan won't be up for a while, I believe that means. Not too sure. Never ever have read a Roshan clock before, but I'm going to assume that's one of the longest respawns it can be. And they 5-man on bot. Marana gets some mana. She's just going to slowly, passively regen the rest. Arcane Boots are up in 10 seconds, so that's not too bad. Sartor will slither around. Radiant will start getting Caudle Blast going out at the bottom lane to help push this back out. Just an arrow flying through the air. OD will start smacking top tower, hoping that Dire will probably back up from it. Jug decides to come and join him, seeing that there hasn't been a TP yet. Jug gets his Manta. Overall, maybe not item he needed yet. Manta doesn't really add too much to him. I think it can purge open wounds, but that's about it, honestly. Dire's top tower actually falls. Radiant's bottom tower falls. Neither team mind to fight. Overall, I would say Radiant comes out ahead, but nope, Sarder decides not to go on this. Bit too risky for his taste. But they are very close. Very, very, very close. There is an observer right there that the Nyx is standing under. Nyx gets a little bit farther away from it. Lifestealer gets impatient, says, let's go push top, guys. It's our furthest pushed out lane. Lifestealer TP's back, starts seeing the creeps. Sitting on 2.5k gold, probably going for a Basher next. The Basher here would allow him to easily kill anyone. Roshan actually respawning very quickly in 2 more seconds. Roshan's back up, hanging on to his Aegis. No cheese yet, only the second Roshan to be there. Sauter looking towards a Echo Saber, trying to increase his chances of getting a bash proc. Overall, pretty strong. The more bashes you get, the more kills you get. This is a simple science. Jug running around the jungle. He picks up an Ogre Club. He seems to be going for a BKB. I'm just worried if he does get that BKB, he's not going to have the damage he needs. Lifestealer will eat this Jug alive. And that's the main issue. Lifestealer actually gets Boots of Travel. That way he can be everywhere at once and nowhere at the same time. They smoke up, they see the OD and the Jug bot. OD and Jug are actually walking straight into this trap. Ron misses an arrow, runs into the Jug. Starter blinks in point blank. SD actually disrupts the OD once, or disrupts the OD when they go on him. OD W's him stealth. Woodshot runs into middle of this fight, starts dropping his board. Jug runs into middle of this fight, dies instantly. Caudle just dies instantly. Everyone dies very quickly to this Lifestealer in this Sauter combination. And Chrono was not used there. He does have the blink, but Radiant was just so scrambled and so dead that by the time the Void got there, it was too late for him to help. Dire takes Roshan, puts on Lifestealer. Pretty safe bet. This Lifestealer, he'll kill anyone he sees. He doesn't care. Lifestealer TP's back to base. Someone. Maybe not. Maybe just grabbing a bunch of HP before they go on to their next little adventure. SD has a Forest Staff Cloak. He's looking to help kite the enemy. Sarder picked up his Echo Saber very strong. Mirana has a Yasha on top of her. I'm not sure the correlation in the builds. I would have hoped that she decided to go pure nuke instead, destroying anyone that she sees, especially supports. She throws an E-Blade onto one of the supports and a Q falls on them. They're probably going to die just from that alone. Sarder jumps in, misses his, or doesn't get his crush off in time. Jug spin is just a little bit faster to cast, and everyone backs off. Now here we have just pretty simple standoff. Oh, but Caudle walks straight into the Mirana, not caring. He has a Mirana mana leak. Mirana loses all of her mana, and Sarder goes straight in with his Lifestealer. Lifestealer is doing tons of damage. Void actually missing the Chrono on him, and everyone gets out of the Chrono alive. No one has to worry. Lifestealer's chasing OD down. OD takes the Aegis away from him though. Nyx blinks in, misses his Impale. Lifestealer decides he's going to kill this OD right after the Void sends OD Astrals himself. OD can just walk away now. Smacks the Lifestealer a little bit. OD getting a little... Oh, he drops the ultimate right on Lifestealer. Lifestealer just melt. Gives OD 1.1k gold. In fact, that was a 2k gold swing just from Lifestealer dying. Caudle getting a good chunk of that, 662 gold. Gives him quite a bit towards his Aghanims. This Lifestealer, he has to be a little more careful, because like I said before, Odie can astral himself once Lifestealer goes on him, and Lifestealer doesn't have the Basher to keep that from happening. Now Radiant, they get a little happy, so they go straight into the jungle, and Dire's waiting there for them. Now not much will come out of this for either team. Dire will pick up a support kill, but Radiant will get their jug away. Radiant figures that there's a ward there since he jumped right on top of him, dewards it. Everyone goes on their merry little way. As for items, nothing new really coming out so far. Mirana seems to be going for a Diffusal now. Very interesting build. She's all over the place. Aghanims, Blink, Boots, Yasha, Diffusal. She says a little bit of everything. SD farming large camps, wanting to get that what I assume will be a Glimmer Cape. Sauter, slithering around. She's probably going to be looking to make an AC, but it's a very expensive item. It'll take quite a bit of time to get. Lifestealer at 2.8k, enough to buy this covetous Basher that he should be looking for. But not enough to buy and have buyback. He still needs 900 gold for that. Jug just being a little too aggressive in his farming, even though he just used his spin. Starter jumps on him, crushes him, gets him with the amplified damage. He's done for at that point. Lifestealer goes a little bit ahead, pops his Carapace for the Coddle. Coddle loses a big chunk of HP. Lifestealer gets, or Nyx Assassin gets to stay in Viz. Now we have Odie pushing bot. He's to his BKB now, I'm going to assume. Yep, there's his BKB coming out. His BKB will help him very much in this fight against everyone except for Lifestealer. That's the only hero he will have to worry about now. And this Lifestealer is very scary. Lifestealer staying at 2.5k gold after buyback. It's running around very quickly, phase and travels. He's going behind the enemy. But Dire already pushed up. Lifestealer pops his Q to avoid the damage from the Astral. Sitting at 3.1k after buyback, he TPs to bot lane, push it back out after what Odie's done. Now there's some easy farm. Mirana is bringing herself out the rest of her Diffusal Blade. And she's going to actually almost get caught out farming that. Now Void will not continue the chase. Probably a good thing Sarder was swinging right around the corner. Sarder will run his way over here, grab, actually going for a Solar Crest instead of the AC. Probably looking to make Odie miss his right clicks. Very strong against that. Void gets Chakra'd. Not much to say about that one. Mirana sitting at 1.9k gold after her Diffusal, 1k gold after buyback though. Nyx Assassin just running everywhere in Viz. But not always. He needs to be level 16 for that to happen. Lifestealer has a Hyperstone instead of going for the Basher. Maybe going for a Moon Shard, but probably for AC. To just help him melt anyone he sees. While the overall attack speed helps a lot, he should be considering in some form of lockdown. Sarder looking towards Radiant to see if he can catch someone out. Goes towards mid since he just saw Jug. Jug TP'd out though, nice and safe. Heads towards top since Odie's up there and so is Void, but no one's up there now. Everyone just narrowly misses getting killed by this Slaughter. And Lifestealer combination. Should probably include him in that. Overall, Dire seems to be playing very careful. Roshan timer will be coming up pretty soon. Nyx still running around Invis, going for an Aghanim Scepter, I believe. Very strong on Nyx, but stronger for high ground defending than it is for pushing. I would personally like to see a... Ooh, Void is going to get caught out. Starter pumps his stun, doesn't matter. Void will just instantly die to their combination. Lifestealer sitting on 2.9k gold, closing in on his... Void decides to buy back before too long. Lifestealer only 350 away from this AC. About, give or take. No, he's actually at it, yeah. Top lane gave him all of that farm. He's going to send the courier to the secret shop, finish it up for himself. Shadow Demon getting nowhere towards this Glimmer Cape. Stuck in one spot. Slaughter finishes up his Solar Crest. Will be very strong against OD. OD only has 14 armor. But against Slaughter, 14 armor is more like -6 armor with level 3. And with AC on top of that, -6 armor turns into -11 armor. OD will be taking a lot of physical damage. -9 armor turns into -6 or -11 armor turns into -18 armor with a Deso. You can see how quickly this can just change a hero's armor. Now you can see how quickly someone can just lose all their armor, die very quickly to a very strong right-clicking core. Although deward both of these wards put down by Radiant. Look towards pushing top, I believe. Roshan will be spawning very soon. Half a minute? 1 minute? I don't know. Lifestealer will TP bot, clear out this wave that they pushed up. Probably go to check on Roshan. They have no way to know if he's up or not. They have no global abilities to go over there. They don't have any Helm of the Creeps. They actually go aggressive on Radiant. Probably saw the Lifestealer TP out. Jug will just get ultied by the Shadow Demon. Everyone will walk away under Moonlight Shadow. Nyx still running around Invis. Big surprise. Nyx, he needs to hit this level 16. It's kind of big. And gives him permanent invisibility for a little bit of mana cost. Lifestealer sitting at 2.3k after buyback, 2.4k after buyback. He's only 300 away from this Basher I so desperately want him to buy. Here he should probably sell his phase boots. Roshan is up. Starter just started. He'll kill Roshan before selling his phase boots. I'll have to drop it. They already have the courier coming in this general direction though. It won't be too bad of a deal. Drops his phase, picks up the Aegis. Starter picks up the cheese. I think that might have been better off on Mirana. Drop her Aquila for it. A Starter, he's kind of an initiator. You know, he jumps in, he gets off his Slithering Crush, and he ultis whoever he can before he dies. A lot of the time, he actually hasn't died though, which is kind of surprising. But at this point, OD is becoming fairly strong. He's picked up a Mystic Staff to just emphasize how strong he is getting in a fight that can happen very soon. They can just get ultied and they can lose a lot from it, especially if OD gets a few right clicks off first. Coddle nearly to his Aghanims. I thought he had more of that not too long ago. Lifestealer walked straight into the enemy. Just hit it. He has Aegis. He doesn't care. He will actually get disarmed. Who has this disarmed? Jug will go in. He'll start Omni. Beautiful 4-man Chrono. 2 people on the edge. Mirana falls like nothing. And this Lifestealer, he's in the middle of a bunch of people, but he has Rage. He will almost 3-shot the Coddle. OD will save him. Coddle will come out right next to the Lifestealer, though. 2 more smacks, he's done for. But this Lexor, he needs to be careful. He no longer has an Aegis. OD is very healthy. He has nothing on cooldown. This can very easily turn. But Mirana, she buys back. She TPs in with her Boots of Travel. And she's getting ready for this high ground fight again. Oh, Jug has a Heaven's Halberd, actually. Jug, for just getting a bunch of damage. Oh, the initiation by Slaughter just instantly kills this OD. OD has no buyback. They have to all run away. And this is going to be very devastating. These racks will go down very quickly. Jug gets arrowed right when he comes out of the SD disruption. Gets killed because of it. No way to help him. Lifestealer will just beat down these racks. And there's no way they can stop him without OD. He'll actually just go straight towards the top racks. They'll call GG, and that is all.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And that is a Squiddy victory. And that's all for game one. I think overall, Team Synergy could not hold out long enough. This Jug just didn't build items that would help him kill the enemy. Maybe if he had a Yasha diffused or Blink instead of Manta and Heaven's Halberd and a single ring of health, that would have allowed him to go onto their supports, maybe the Mirana, and later get his Manta to help with that. But overall, this Jug had nothing to contest with the enemy team. And because of that, they weren't able to hold out long enough. OD was very strong. He could easily kill anyone on Radiant, but he had to do it after, well, honestly, Radiant didn't have any initiation other than the Void, although landing a beautiful 4-man Chrono. It was on top of a Lifestealer that already had Aegis and a Mirana that just instantly bought back anyway. And because of how early they were losing their lanes, it just caused a rapid de-escalation for Radiant and a rapid escalation for the pickoffs on Dire. And that is all I have to give for you.